Ethan was the kind of person who always said, "I'll start tomorrow." Tomorrow, he would wake up early. Tomorrow, he would study harder. Tomorrow, he would stop wasting time on his phone. Tomorrow, he would become someone different. But tomorrow never came. Every morning, his alarm rang at 6 a.m., and every morning, he hit snooze. 10 minutes turned into 30. 30 turned into an hour. By the time he got out of bed, the day already felt lost. Ethan wasn't lazy, at least, not in his mind. He had big dreams. He wanted to succeed, to make his parents proud, to prove to himself that he could do something meaningful. But his actions didn't match his dreams. One day, after failing another test, Ethan sat alone in the school courtyard. His head was down, his thoughts heavy. "I'm just not good enough," he whispered to himself. An old man sitting nearby overheard him. He had been quietly feeding birds, watching the world go by. He looked at Ethan and smiled, not with pity, but with understanding. "Do you really believe that?" the old man asked. Ethan looked up, surprised. "Believe what? That you're not good enough?" Ethan hesitated. "I mean, yeah, I try, but nothing changes." The old man nodded slowly. "You don't have a lack of ability. You have a lack of discipline." Ethan frowned. "What's the difference?" The old man leaned forward. "Ability is what you can do. Discipline is whether you actually do it, especially when you don't feel like it." Ethan didn't respond, but the words hit him harder than he expected. "Come here tomorrow morning," the old man said. "Same time, if you're serious about changing." Ethan almost laughed. Tomorrow. Of course, that was always his answer. But something felt different this time. That night, Ethan set his alarm again, 6 a.m. He stared at the ceiling for a long time before sleeping, thinking about the old man's words. When the alarm rang, his hand automatically reached for the snooze button. Then he paused. A quiet voice inside him said, "This is your moment." He took a deep breath, and turned the alarm off. He got up. It wasn't easy. His body felt heavy, his eyes burned, and his mind begged him to go back to bed. But he didn't. When Ethan arrived at the courtyard, the old man was already there. "You came," the old man said with a smile. "Barely," Ethan replied. "That's how it starts," the old man said. "Discipline isn't about being perfect. It's about showing up, even when it's hard." Over the next few days, the old man taught Ethan something simple but powerful. "Your mind is like a muscle," he explained. "If you let it do whatever it wants, it becomes weak. But if you train it, if you control it, it becomes strong." "But how do I control my mind?" Ethan asked. The old man pointed to the ground. "Do one small thing you don't feel like doing. Every day. That's it. That's it." Ethan didn't believe it would make much difference. But he decided to try. Day 1, he made his bed, even though he didn't want to. Day 2, he studied for 20 minutes without checking his phone. Day 3, he woke up on time again. It felt uncomfortable. His mind complained constantly. "This is boring. You deserve a break. You can do it later." But for the first time, Ethan didn't listen. Weeks passed. Something started to change. Waking up early became easier. Studying became a habit. His focus improved. The same things that once felt impossible now felt normal. One afternoon, Ethan looked at himself in the mirror and realized something surprising. He wasn't the same person anymore. Not because his life had magically changed overnight, but because he had changed. He went back to the courtyard, but the old man wasn't there. Days turned into weeks, and Ethan never saw him again. But he didn't need to. Because the lesson stayed with him. Months later, Ethan's grades improved. His confidence grew. People started noticing the difference. "Man, what happened to you?" his friend asked. "You're so disciplined now." Ethan smiled. "I just stopped listening to the voice that wanted the easy way out." That night, he wrote something in his notebook. "Discipline is doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like doing it." He paused, then added, "And once you master your mind, everything else becomes easier." Years passed. Ethan became successful, not just in school, but in life. But he never forgot where it started. It started with one decision. One moment. One morning where he chose not to hit snooze. And sometimes, when things got hard again, as they always do, he would remember the old man's words. "You don't have a lack of ability. You have a lack of discipline." And every time, Ethan would smile and remind himself, not anymore. Because the truth is, discipline isn't something you're born with. It's something you build, one choice at a time.